Hi everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. My name is Cheok PD, and today we are going to check out AHOF's first comeback music video. We've got a long Korean title here because El Capitan. 피노키오는 거짓말을 싫어해. Pinocchio does not like lies. Very specifically, 싫어 is actually a little bit more. Pinocchio hates lies. 싫어 is a little bit more aggressive. I would say, like, if it was doesn't like, I guess it'd be more like 안 좋아해, but 싫어해. So Pinocchio hates lying. Pinocchio hates lies. All right, guys, I'm so excited to check this out. I recently did a re-reaction of AHOF's Rendezvous. So I checked out Rendezvous before I had seen Universally, kind of as like a fun preview for our patrons, my fans who support me on Patreon, to give them like a preview of like my blank thought of the song and not knowing any of the members. And then I went through Universe League. So we are currently reacting to Universe League on Patreon. I did not want to check out Pinocchio until I had finished the series because I did not want it spoiled as to who the final lineup of AHOF was. And now I know. So I had to binge all of Universe League and pre-film it. So we are checking out Universe League on Patreon right now. So if you want to follow my reaction journey, come join. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's fun to just check out the music videos anyways. So let's go ahead and check out 피노키오는 why do I keep saying Pinocchio like that? 피노키오는 거짓말을 싫어해. Also, I am aware, I believe Chun is not present in this comeback due to a hiatus. Oh, is that supposed to be like a home run, like a, not a home run, like a baseball diamond? I've always had a football concept, so I just wasn't sure. It's a cool bow. Oh.
같은 이 시간의 성장통만은 아니겠죠. 넘겨진 그 페이지 한 장에 적었던 마음 같은 게 꼭 다 기발해요. 움직일지 몰라도 이 불 안에 계속되던 진심을 말하면 널 지킬 수 있을까? 오히려 솔직한 편이 용기가 필요하잖아. 뭐든지 네 앞에서 내 모든 걸 숨김없이 보여줄게. 난 마음이 떨림이 거지 같은 어제들의 혼자가 된 건 아니겠죠. 지워져 버린 낙서들에 숨겨둔 진심 하나 끝내다길 바래요. 움직일지 몰라도 흔들림이 멈춰질 때.
Wow, what a fascinating music video. What a fascinating music video. Wow, it's a crazy oneer. Whoa. That's a crazy shot. Oh my god. It looked like Ungi was his nose that was growing.
이젠 깨울래 두렵지 않아 너의 손을 잡은 지금 한 번만 안아주라 노래가 끝나가도 난 웃어야 해 사랑해 내 사랑아 숨겨왔던 마음을 다 말할게 결국 진심은 너니까
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wow. The final drive of that song was so fantastic. Wow, 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 wow. We are single-handedly resurrecting some of the most epic sounds from third gen K-pop. That is, oh, they're so emotional and powerful. And what a music video. What a fascinating music video. A little bit of some fourth wall breaking here and there. Of note, I felt like, Pakhan. His voice was just, oh, he guided this song really, really well. I love the vibe of the song, this very melancholic, emotional void. It's a little bit wandering and empty, and it feels a little lost, but it also feels like a journey of a song. You're lost, but you're trying to find something. You're trying to find a place. And there's such a beautiful emotional resonance to that I think is even more powerful than Rendezvous. There's something about this that feels more powerful than Rendezvous. I don't quite know what it is, but let's watch it again and find out what it is. So I assume there was like a tree on the set earlier. I assume this bow is made from that tree. Something I think that is really great about this song is how they use their rappers. Rather than it feeling like talk rapping, they hit the tone of what feels like would be typical K-pop rapping, but they kind of just grind their voices and sing. This is largely a melodically driven song, and it especially with like this kind of melancholic guitar in the background, it comes off a little bit more like alt rock. It's really, really interesting. Everyone, first off, this is a really cool imagery, the way everyone is like reaching for the pair. But Steven is looking at them off to the back. Expression is a little vague. Daisuke off in the corner, looking sad. Is that Daisuke or actually Jung Shaibo? I can't tell. They're both so handsome. It's actually, I can't tell. And they're both blonde this comeback. I think this is Schweibel. Or Daisuke. I can't tell. What is this falling? Love the vocal chorus during this part. AHOF Pinocchio, directed by Jan Lee. Okay. Nah, I think that was Scheibe earlier. Yeah. These lyrics are crazy. What a cool oneer. Hold on, the lyrics right here. Slight translation difference. It's not I still smile. I have to still smile. There's something that feels 거짓말 속에서 웃어야 해. There's something where either they're being forced to smile or it's like their own conviction of like, I choose to still smile. Was it only fear he felt? Come on, what are they saying right here? Wow! Look at the precision of the dancing. Wow. I felt like in the rendezvous video, I didn't really get to feel the JL magic, but I felt it right there in that brief moment. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit harder when, like right there. It's going to be a little bit harder when you have a music video that's like largely, you do a lot of acting, a lot of like singing to the camera when it's not all performance. But this part right here from JL. Oh, the way he expresses that Ayonan is Oh, it's a little emotional. And then, oh, fuck, Pakan. You couldn't tell I was a Pakan lover. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So here's my interpretation of the music video. Let me rewatch the beginning a little bit. So he shoots. So okay, this is the exact same set as the ending. The snowy set that they dance in. This is that set. I don't know if they're trying to hide that or if it's actually supposed to be meaningful, because when you see the cliff face right here, the cliff face right here is the same cliff face as here. The same cliff face, yeah. So it's the same set. Shoots an arrow. While Pinocchio's just like casually strolling in his hood. For what reason? Who knows? Pinocchio's just... And he blows up the moon? I don't understand that. So what I'm getting from this song, it has a lot to do with lies, truth, and it's a bit of a coming of age experience. And the way they use the metaphor of Pinocchio, not just within the lies aspect, but as a puppet and as a doll, but also as a little boy, I think is very interesting. There's a lot going on. First off, there is a lot of visual metaphor for courage. And in the lyrics, they talk about how telling the truth requires more courage than hiding. It's telling the truth and trusting someone, frankly, is a leap of faith. A lot of people lie in this world because lying is easier sometimes. But there's a lot of falling metaphor, I think, for that very reason. There's a lot of, not falling metaphor, falling symbolism. So you see the hole in the ground right here. So Ungi, JL drops through. So they drop through. I wonder if, no offense, Steven is supposed to be like the devil or something. It's a little bit, I don't know if this is some other fairy tale thing or if this is some shit from Pinocchio that I don't remember, that apparently there was a pair. I'm kind of interpreting it as the pear is like some twisted version of like the apple of truth from the greatest fairy tale of all time, the Bible. I've just alienated my Christian audience. But I feel like they're going for the pear, which is, again, like the apple is supposed to be like the apple of truth, but like it's Daisuke or Schreiber. I think it's Schreiber. It looks sad, and Steven and that's Daisuke actually, I think, and are just watching. And Schreiber is like sad off to the side. Yeah. Okay. And maybe they're representing the lies. Maybe Steven and Daisuke are like sort of representing the lies or the liars here. Because I think they also, in the chorus, give a little sympathy and empathy to the liar, to Pinocchio. Maybe Pinocchio lied. Did Pinocchio just lie because he was scared? And maybe Schreiber is representative of someone who is either hurt by lies or is like, was a liar and reformed as a liar. So more falling metaphor. You see Seo Jung-woo falling right here. And then Pakan falls into frame and shot and then comes back up, right? So we're going to fast forward a bit. We have the little bit of a fourth wall breaking moment where we go through the set. I thought that was a really fun, clever thing. That's actually a good chunk of the video. And then the set explodes. This also requires courage. Heading towards the explosion, heading towards chaos, that's a form of courage. So he goes towards it. But when he goes into it, what happens? He's looking down, he jumps. And he's falling through the hole. There's like all of this Pinocchio shit. It's like dolls, clockwork, etc. I also like how they represent that through the warmth, sort of like a warm novelty with the sunset and everything. And even the idea that Steven was maybe the bad guy, or Steven himself maybe is Pinocchio. Maybe Steven is representing Pinocchio in and of itself. Look how he's wearing the brown, you know? Maybe that's supposed to be a visual fashion metaphor for his, or symbolism for the wood. But this shot in particular, where Ungi's running into shot, where Ungi runs into shot, it looks like his nose is growing. And look at how his like eyes are like very glossy and teary, almost like there is whose nose grew long. Was it only fear he felt? It's like implying the emotional aspect of that. So then there's all of this metaphor for telling the truth, wanting to tell the truth. And then this last set is like this winter set, which again it's the idea of like it's cold, harsh, and scary. And I feel like it's talking about like if you look at the world is also cold. But then the previous set was warm. And I feel like there's sort of some symbolism, this idea that the cold is a world full of lies, and they're choosing to keep telling the truth, even though it's hard, and be honest, even though they're in a world full of lies. And the ideal paradise is the warm world, the world full of warmth, where everyone tells the truth, or where they tell the truth, a world filled with truth. And this song is like a song of reflection, coming of age, and promise. This promise to, I want to protect you, I want to kill you, so I'm going to tell the truth. It's very earnest in that way. And ooh, you know me, I love good, heartfelt, earnest music videos and songs. So I love that aspect to it. And so I feel like this is all about this coming of age of how do you survive in a world full of lies? Especially, I think that's even what the breaking the fourth wall of them being on the set of their own music video. It's kind of representative and symbolic of like, not necessarily like lies, but like the fact that like, you know, shooting and like all of this in and of itself is a lie. This is sort of manufactured. And in the shadow of unreal yesterdays, tell me I'm not alone. Among the faded scribbles, hoping it will reach you in the end, even if I don't know when the trembling is, if I tell you the truth. Like, it's like them almost saying like, even amongst all of this facade, amongst all of like the manufacturing of the industry, this is how I tell my truth, like through music, through performance. And it's like their promise to be honest. It's their promise to be truthful to you. And the way that that's even more interesting with Pinocchio is they're all boys here. They're all young boys here. And the way that Pinocchio himself is a young boy. And the thing about the Pinocchio legend is not just that when Pinocchio lies, his nose grows. Pinocchio's greatest wish was to become a real boy, right? To become a human. And in a way, becoming human, learning to become human, or learning to be human, or whatever, is like, that's what growing up is. Like how do you, like, when you're a boy, you don't really know who you are. And it's especially so that your teen years or your formative years are where you really set your moral and ethical limits and principles. Like when your teen years are when you're most susceptible to peer pressure. And so I feel like the song is this, theoretically, I think it's about them also talking, like choosing to be honest in a world full of lies. And they themselves are like, in a way, kind of like Pinocchio, trying to figure out how to become human, or how to become an adult is mirroring them trying, like Pinocchio, on how to become a human. So I think there's that aspect as well, beyond just the lying aspect. That's where the coming of age aspect sort of comes in. This emotional growth of like, even though like there's all these lies, even if it's hard, I still have to smile, and I have to find a way to say my honest truth. And I think that's very, very beautiful. I think it's one of the more like intentional, deep, and rich comebacks I've ever seen from a K-pop release in a long, long time. So, oh, chef's kiss. Oh my God. AHOF. That was incredible. Guys, Pinocchio, even better. Pinocchio Hates Lies is even better than their debut song for Rendezvous. I love it. I actually have not checked out the albums for AHOF because I was waiting to find out the lineup. So I will be checking out their debut EP and I will be checking out their comeback EP as well. All that and more in January on the Patreons. So if you're interested, come on over. This month, we're doing a lot of fun winter specials. As I said, we're also checking out Universe League and CT Last Art, as well as Treasure Shine and Solo. But we're also doing like a fun Triple S event this month, checking out Edmix's concerts. We're doing movie nights on Saturdays, so a lot of fun bonus stuff. If you want to check that out, we do have a free schedule calendar posted on the front page that you can check out before committing. So come visit. Of course, you don't have to support the channel monetarily, whether you don't want to or simply can't. I understand. Hey, you can always support the channel by hitting the like button down below. That's a free way to do so. You can also subscribe here for more future AHOF reactions. You can also check out my other videos up here. Guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your holidays. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.